Welcome to qnawire.
Alright guys, let's start working on the questions. So it's a purchase a grating. So how many lines per centimeter should a grating have to cause a 38-degree deflection of the second order bright band of 680 nanometer red line? So what we know is theta, which is the angular deflection, is 38 degree. M is equal to 2 since the second order bright band, and the wavelength of red light is 680 nanometers, which is 6.8 times 10 to the negative 7 meters. So we need to figure out how many lines per centimeter for the grating. While there's no exact formula for the how many lines per centimeter for grating, but if we think outside the box, what's the number of lines per centimeters actually? Should that be actually the reciprocal of the separation of double slit? So which is which is 1 over d. So we need to figure out 1 over d, which is the number of lines per centimeters. And we know there's a formula that is related to the d and all these known conditions, which is sine theta m equal to m lambda divided by d. So in this case, m is known, lambda is known, theta m is known, which is 38 degree. So we need to figure out d. And d is equal to sine theta m divided by it's opposite. So the d is actually equal to m lambda divided by sine theta m, and we know that m is equal to 2. So simply 2 times 6.8 times 10 to the negative 7 meter divided by sine 38 degree, which is equal to, let's take a look, 2.21 times 10 to the negative 6 meter. Okay, and we know d now. So what's 1 over d? So 1 over d is simply equal to 1 over 2.21 times 10 to the negative 6 meters. Then we'll get 45.2692 lines per meter. Well, let's take a look. The lines here is actually not the unit. It's just a description of how many lines there. And meters here is a unit. So actually, if you really want to write it out like this, that should be fine. But if you write it like 45,026,192 and meter to the power of a negative 1, that should be fine as well. But I write it like this, which is lines per meter, is because the question is asking lines per meter. So I just want to make sure it looks more straightforward. So that's why I write out the lines here. So let's keep working on the questions. Okay, so which is, it will give us 4.5 times, it will give us 4.5 2692 times 10 to the power of 5 limes per meter, and which is around 4.5 times 10 to the power of 5 lines per meter. But we need to find out how many lines per centimeters instead of meters. So all we need to do is just convert meter to centimeters. So since we know it's 4.5 times 10 to the 5 lines per meter, and the final answer will be 40.5 times 10 to the 5 lines per meters. That will just equal to 4.5 times 10 to the 3 lines per centimeter. And the final answer will be 4,500 lines per centimeter. And that's my answer. So that's a grating you need to pick in order to create 38-degree angle deflection. Thank you.